Hello YouTube! Time for a video again. Welcome to my channel. Right, so I haven't been posting very regular, have I? I'm not very good at this YouTube stuff like, but I've got to be in the right frame of mind. So I thought, I'm in a good frame of mind today. So what I'm going to do is we're going to have a bit of a fish room tour. I'm going to show you around all the tanks I have in the house, and then we'll go down the fish room and we'll do our best just to show you all them lights. So this is Wolfie. The Doveye, which all my regulars will know, but if you're new here, I keep Central American cichlids, and yeah, that's what I do. Like, so without further ado, let's get on it. Right, we'll start here. Since that we did the introduction in front of the Doveye, we'll start here with Wolfie. There's not been a lot of change in here. These have been together. Well, he was born in 2012, so he's 10-year-old now. I think he's about 22 inches. The female's actually looking a little bit tatty at the moment. I think they've been trying to spawn again here, but basically there's no nothing changed in here. I keep trying to block this big what do you call it, an urn. It's a big massive urn. That earns nearly 24 inches, but I keep blocking the entrance up so she can get in and he can't. But they normally get on nicely, but just recently it's been giving her a bit of jip, so they'll probably be ready for another spawning. And also, now he's getting older. Here she comes out, look. She probably thinks it's feeding time. Yeah, but now he's getting older. He has slowed down a lot. You know, like the young Doveyes. I've got some young red Doveyes. When you put your hand at the glass, they're absolutely good loopy. But he's 10-year-old now, and he's slowing down. So I suppose it's like human beings. Once you get to about 60, you're not going to be as active as like a 20-year-old, are you? So this is Mr. and Mrs. Wolfie. She's coming out now, lot. Yeah, so no change here. I still love these fish. Like I said, he's from 2012. So he's now 10-year-old. Homebred by myself. Anyway, we've had enough of Wolfie. Let's move along. Yeah, so where we'll go now? I live in a bungalow, which is always a bonus. We'll go into one of the spare bedrooms and have a look at the... Say bye-bye to Wolfie. We'll go in the spare bedroom. And here we are. The Red Devil. The Red Devil, Botox the Maniac, and a female Doveye. So there's no change in this tank, really. These have lived together for ages. I mean, this Red Devil, I got him in 2014. He came in from Jeff Rapps, and when I got him, he was blood red. Absolutely beautiful. And he had the big, massive, pouting rubber lips. But with age and living in captivity, his lips and that, his colour's faded and his lips have gone down. But nevertheless, he's such a beautiful fish. He's about 14 inches long, and this is a homebred female Doveye from myself. From the Doveye I just showed you previously, just a little bit earlier. So what we'll do now, I'll just stick a few pellets in just before we move on. Yeah, so like I just said, well, I live in a bungalow, which is quite fortunate for me because I've got quite a few aquariums in the bungalow. But like you say, I've got the concrete floors, so it doesn't matter what sort of size tanks are put in. I know people that live in houses and flats and that. If you've got a basement or whatever, and you put tanks on the upper stories, you've got to worry about your flooring and the weight, like. But I don't have that problem. Anyway, I'm going to give them some pellets. There we go, look. Yeah, so they're all getting the pellets. I'm just like, I can't believe how well these two get on. My regulars will know, if they've been with my channel a long time, they actually do spawn some from time to time. And in them pipes there, I do keep convicts. The female doveye goes in there when the red devil gets a bit too ambitious and rough for her. But 99% of the time they get on well. So I love this tank. And don't fix what ain't broken. If they get on well, I mean, I've often thought about moving them, do this and do that, but why fix what ain't broken? So, like, my fish room, all my fish are probably like, people might think, well, it's gone stagnant. You don't change anything. It's all the same. Time in, time out, time in, time out. You're getting boring woods, but like, I have a lot of patience, and I want to keep a fish, I want to keep it to see his time out. Anyway, Woods, you're waffling on too much on this tank. We better move on. Right, we'll move on and we'll have a look at the Jaguar Beryl. So, like I said, I'm in a bungalow, so it's in the next bedroom. So I'll just move around. Move around. There's Beryl. Come on, Beryl. Come on, Beryl. The viewers want to see you. So, actually, look at them flare. Look at them. I love Jaguars. How they flare the gills up at you, and they like trying to. I'm a big guy. I'm aggressive. Get your hand out. Get your hand out. Like he's the most aggressive fish towards me in the whole collection of fish. If I put my hand in there and try to, when I do cleaning and maintenance, he always bites me and fetches blood. Anyway, there has been a little bit of change in this tank. Now I rehomed the female because I want to just grow the Beryl, the male, on to be a nice big specimen fish. They were like breeding like rabbits. Every like 3 or 4 weeks, oh, look at him lot. Every 3 or 4 weeks I was frying the tank. And when I say fry, people know, my regulars will know if you watch some of the back videos, not just like absolutely thousands of them. So I thought, like, she was getting like bedraggled, too much overbreeding. So I thought, I'm going to move her on, let someone else have a look at her and take care of her. So, and this is Beryl on his own, loving life, better water quality, having less fish. Anyway, we'll put some pellets in and see how it goes. Right, I've got the lid off now, so we'll drop these pellets in, and we're gonna have to move on because let's see them pellets. There he goes. Yeah, he likes his pellets. He does. Munching them down, like we're gonna have to move on. Oh, look at that! Doesn't his pattern look nice underneath? You can see where they get the name Jaguar cichlid. South America, a big jaguar cat. I always remember like leopards live in Africa, and jaguars live in South America. So that's where he gets his name from. The Jaguar cichlid, absolutely stunning. Love him. And like I said, he was the most aggressive fish I've got towards me. Some of them are aggressive at the glass, but this one's aggressive at the glass and also aggressive when you put your hand in. Anyway, I'm going waffling on too much. We better move on to my next bedroom in the bungalow. Right, we'll leave Beryl in peace now. He's had some pellets, and we'll go round to the one of my other bedrooms. I want to try to cut the editing down to an absolute minimum. So I'm not going to pause you or nothing. We're going to go round and have a look in what we have. Down the hallway, there's me in the mirror. Happy fish keeping! Wolfie, what are you doing, Wolfie? He's looking at his female. There's Botoxomaniac, and then we're going around here to have a look at the tanks in this other spare room. This is the Haitiensis, Stan and Hilda. Yeah, so this is standing held the Haitiensis. There's no change in here. I've got a lot of glare behind me because I've got other aquariums like. And I've got loads of fry from the... Well, no, we haven't actually. Most of them have been sold. I've got a few fry from these, and I'll show you them later when I go down to the little fish room. Anyway, they're looking up here for the food. Let's get some pellets in there, like. Yeah, the Haitiensis, they're doing absolutely fine. And he's getting really big now. I've kept these. Oh, man, I can't remember. I've kept these for donkey's years. Yeah, I've had them up to 17 inches. And, well, he's about, I'd imagine, what is he? He's probably about, I bet he's nearly 14 inches now. But he's got a bit to go. He needs to get a bit thicker. Anyway, no change in here. I'll keep white and black grit substrate. Can you see that reflection in the back? That's Morris. We'll have a look at him in a minute. Yeah, so there's no change with the Haitiensis. I've been breeding him forever. In fact, that's my profile picture on my YouTube channel, and my emails and all that sort of thing. I love my Haitiensis. Yeah, so they're having a good old tuck in. We'll move along. Right next to the Haitiensis is Tank. And if people watch this channel regular, this is a chancho, and all he does is sits up in that corner waiting for food all day. And to be honest, it gets on my nerves. And the only fish I can keep with him are convicts, and that female convict there, I absolutely love. She's full of orange, and she's absolutely beautiful. But this thing is, I think chancho in Spanish or whatever, I think it means pig. And all it does, he'll eat anything you chuck in there. He'll just eat and eat and eat. I've had him since 2014. He came in from Sixes of the Americas. I got him about 1 inch, but he's massive now. It's got to be 14 or 15 inches. Anyway, let's get. I'm going to just pause you for 1 second, get some food in. Yeah, we'll get the food in. I'm going to deliberately put too much food in. I want him to and sinkers to get his head down. So he don't get on. He does not get on with this Haitiensis whatsoever. They actually hate each other. It's a good job they can't get to one another, isn't it? Well, here we go, like overfeed. Yeah, I've overfed him on purpose. I don't normally do it like that. I've overfed him on purpose because I'd like to see him get his head down. But he still ain't doing it, is he? We're not going to see how thick and robust he is. I might just pause this for a second. I don't want to do no editing. The Haitiensis have seen the pellets. No editing. I'll put it on pause. And hopefully we'll get a better shot. There we go. That's what I wanted. He's got his head down there. You can see how thick he is. He's gone back up again. Get your head down there, mate. We want to see how big and how thick you are. Maybe I should turn the light off on the tank next to it, the Haitiensis. Anyway, I'm going on miles too long, ain't I? This video is going to be drawn out. So what we'll do now, we'll turn around and we'll have a look at Little Morris. And Little Morris has got a new tank, mate. And then now that's a good shot. That might give you a bit of a insight to the size of it and how thick he is. That convict is quite a big convict. Shut up waffling. Move around. There you go. Little Morris. And a red tiger moto. Yeah, so this is Little Morris. I'm quite happy with the way this tank is going at the moment, because what we have here is a male red tiger moto, and they're getting on quite well actually. You know, like he's got his little places where he can go when the times get tough, like. But basically, they're getting on quite nicely. Anyway, let's put some food in there, and hopefully we'll encourage the red tiger moto to come out. Yeah, so basically, what I'm trying to replicate, I showed you earlier, Botoxomaniac, the Red Devil, and that Parachromus Doveye. What I'm trying to do is replicate the same sort of a setup sort of thing. So we've got the big Amphilophis, and we've got the red tiger moto. That red tiger moto is homebred by myself. I'll show you them later when we go down the fish room. They're not being themselves at the moment because they don't like me shouting in front of the glass light, but he's absolutely fin perfect, that mate. In fact, they're both fin perfect. There's not a mark on the Red Devil, Little Morris. Not Red Devil, he's a Midas. There's not a mark on the Midas's body. And the little red tiger moto is loving the life of Riley, and I love him. So this tank is going absolutely hunky-dory. Hunky-dory. Anyway, Woods, you waffling. We better move on. Yeah, so what we need to do now is move on from Little Morris and the red tiger moto. We're going to have a look in the lounge. Try not to pause. Let's move along. Botoxomaniac. Wolfie. Now, here we go. Who should we do now? Who should we do? Let's do Crazy Joe. We'll do Crazy Joe. You know, Crazy Joe is a 20-inch Humvee. No, when I say 20 inch, he's probably 22 inch. He's just as big as a Wolfie, like, but he's he's got quite a concave belly, like. I've had him 10 years. I've had him since he was about an inch long, and you know, I'm trying to look after him. But to be honest, I've been struggling with him. But I've got his offspring in the fish room. But I'll show you later. So it's actually been, this fish, you will not believe it. This fish has actually been on the carpet twice, jumped out the tank on the carpet in the middle of the night. But both times, the missus have heard it, and she's woke up and picked him up and put him back in. Anyway, I can't get good footage of him, so I'm going to have to leave this one and we'll move on. That's shit footage, isn't it? He's actually a monster. You can see him better there. He's actually a monster. Right, well, leave the monster Doveye now. Not Doveye, Umbrithium. We'll leave the monster Umbrithium, 22-inch Umbrithium, and we'll turn around. I can see the reflection. Oh, bloody hell, he's giving her some jip now. We'll turn around. I can see the reflection in the back. We'll turn around. And we've got the some red morph Doveye. Yeah, so these are doing well, and we've got loads and loads of fry in the tank. So we'll have a little chitty chatty about these. They're doing really well, but the big but, I'll tell you the big but. Right, the big but is, I mean, I've got quite a few red morph Doveyes, but I'm having a very poor success rate of the fry peeling into red morphs. I've done loads of them, and I'm only getting one or two. So what I do is hand select them. When I see one peel and start changing, I'll take it out and grab it on separately in a little tiny tank. Like, anyway, all these, can you see all these, like? I put my hand up here. They're all coming up for food, but none of them are showing signs of peeling. They take quite a long time. Yeah, to show the signs. Anyway, I'll waffle on to Mars too much. This is supposed to be a quick video tour without much editing. We better move on. Yeah, so we've got to move on. Look at all these little babies. There's loads of them. So, yeah, we'll move on. We'll have a pan around. We have, this is my lounge. We've got the TV and we've got the little tank there. Umbrifium. But let's look at this little tank. I love it. This is my planted tank. Oh, look how green it looks. Look, that is green. I love it. I've got all we got in here is swordtails and bristlenose plecos, but I can't see no bristlenose plecos at the moment. Anyway, I'm going to have to split this fish room tour into two halves because when I get going, I'll waffle on miles too long. Nobody's going to watch it. Nobody's going to watch it to this stage, are they? Anyway, we'll have a little walk round. I've got 2 more tanks in the house I need to show you. Yeah, so I need to move on fast, like. 2 more tanks to show you. This is the Rio Camelot Beanie. He's absolutely doing absolutely brilliant, like. So I'm going to split this video into 2 now. I was going to do the tanks in the house and then the tanks down the shed. Part 1, part 2. I hope you all tuned in and watched part 2. So this Beanie, I love this Beanie. Very aggressive, interactive fish. Put your hand in. Shall I dare? Shall I dare? Ow, ow. It's got, oh, can you see him? He probably thinks he's getting fed, but he's got sharp teeth. Anyway, we better move on. We've got 1 more, and I'm going to have to wrap this one up. Right, we'll leave the Beanie alone now, and we're going to have a look at the carpenters. Rio, we'll go through the kitchen. Rio Hondo carpenters. Absolutely stunning fish. And don't call it a Texas, it's a Carpenter's. The Texas has got little tiny spots and nowhere near as much colour as that. These fish are stunning. Anyway, like I said, I wanted to do a fish room tour inside the home and the ones outside in the shed, like, but yeah, the one outside of the fish room. But I think this is going to go on miles too long. People's duration are quite short, really, so we'll wrap this one up now. Right, thank you for watching. So next time we'll go down the fish room and we'll make a separate video of that one, like. So hope it hasn't been too long and drawn out for you. I'd just like to take this opportunity to thank all the subscribers and all the viewers, and thank you for watching. Until next time, happy fish keeping to you all. Ta-ra!